Scorpio, you are coming into integrity about your place in the world. And what I mean by this is you have wrongly told yourself that you have to be certain things in the world, or people have told you that you've got to be certain things in the world. The biggest thing is the policeman, right? We all expect Scorpios to be the one that draws the line, right? If you got a Scorpio in your business and you just hear like the boss say something really crazy, like we're canceling Christmas, you just look over, that Scorpio any minute, it's about, we're going to sting that boss with god awful truth and let them know, hey, that can't happen. Now, Scorpios told themselves that they're the ones that have to tell the boss wrong, or they're the ones that have to call the truth. You're the one that threw yourself and told yourself you had to be that. If you don't want to be the cop, if you don't want to be the one that draws the line, then don't. Making yourself is not loving yourself. And here's the thing. I know a lot of Scorpios very disappointed with their track record in society right now. And some have a great track record and never get the credit. Some have a horrible track record, even though they worked their ass off and tried the hardest. And it's because you're making yourself go do jobs that you don't want to do. And then you're getting a low score at it and you're hating yourself even more. So if you find society working with you this week, it means that you're on your own side when it comes to society. If the whole world is giving you grief, that means that you forced yourself to be something in the world that you actually don't want to do. So it's a beta test. Now, as we opposition to Saturn, it has to do with your own personal dreams and in the world. You must simultaneously have an open heart so that your heart is getting what it wants for Christmas and you get to be who you are in the world. You can have both. This is a cake and eat it too type of thing. You don't have to sacrifice your job to have your family. You have to sacrifice your family to have your job. You should have both. It's yes and, right? So you're going to have a little calibration when that opposition happens on Sunday as to whether or not your society part of you and your self-love part of you are on the same page. Say that 3 or 4 times. And then Venus in Libra says to Scorpios, in the last week, the universe was revealing to you where you ultimately have a lot of fear that comes up. You have fear that comes up and you allow that fear to cripple you. You have fear that comes up about something. I don't want this to happen. And you allow that to make it ruin your faith. And so there's really no damage here, but you've been shown where you let fear or anxiety or subconscious anger get in the way of having strong faith in yourself. You've been shown. So as the week continues, if you have a hard time having faith in your company, it's not even your company. Let's say you're working for your boss. They're not treating you well. You don't know if you're going to get a bonus or not. So does that mean you don't have faith in the world because the company is letting you down? I see Scorpios do that all the time. They get stung by one thing and they just apply it to the whole category. Like, oh, all of you, because Scorpios are all or nothing, this all of you is not faith worthy. So you're going to practice this week having faith in yourself and seeing if you end up having faith in the world. And if you don't have faith in the world, it means you don't have faith really in yourself.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.